Welcome back to this channel. Today we have the best characters of the 2021 season. We have selected some of them considered from various points of view. The list below probably has differences of opinion among the viewers, so we will choose them fairly. Here's the video of the best characters of the 2021 you can watch in your leisure time. But before that, make sure you have subscribed this channel and of course ring the bell to get notifications about our latest video. So let's get started. Number 10. Yoshida Higehiro. Introduced as the protagonist in the Higehiro series, Yoshida is a salaryman who lives alone in his apartment in Tokyo. In terms of appearance, he is just like normal people with simple appearances. Living alone most of his life, Yoshida grew up to be a highly independent person. He is an exceptional and reliable employee who is always dedicated to his work, pulling off overtime daily and even helps lighten the load of tasks of his colleagues. Besides, as he meets Sayu Ogiwara, Yoshida gives her a temporary ride without any intention behind it. Unlike most other men, he resists firmly to temptation as seen when Sayu was initially very seductive of him and asked him to make love with her. Next, number 9. Rudeus Grey Rat. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Rudeus Grey Rat is a person who is reincarnated into a fantasy world whose past was a 30-year-old NEET. Apart from his previous life, Rudeus currently possesses a high affinity for magic. Because of his former life, he is careful not to get carried away and become arrogant. As a result, he is extremely self-aware and humble because he does not want to refer to his old self. However, he becomes a perverted man. Number 8. Combat Agent 6. Combatants will be dispatched. Combat Agent 6 or Rokugo Sentouin is one of the protagonists introduced in this series, where he becomes the member of Kisaragi Corporation chosen and sent to the alternative world to become a spy. As a combatant for the evil Kisaragi Corporation, 6 is expected to act as a typical subordinate who doesn't question orders from their superiors and must always act in a mature and respectful manner toward his superiors. However, he is very perverted, being his lewd acts and the main source of his evil points. He eventually helps others and has a strong will. Next, number 7. Yatora Yakuji Blue Period. Being a high school student, Yatora is the main character of the Blue Period series, known as an outstanding student. At the beginning of the series, he seems to have serious problems in his life. Although Yatora is very hardworking and looks composed, there is an underlying insecure part of him that is further exposed when he starts making art. He has an extroverted nature and can easily understand what others are looking for in a relationship, further adapting himself in order to please everyone around him. Number 6. Siesta the detective is already dead. Now we have a beautiful girl with her silver hair. Siesta is the main character introduced in the Detective is Already Dead series. Siesta is her code name, with real name and ages will still remain unknown. Since the beginning, Siesta is a graceful figure and someone who believed in protecting the interest of her clients. Apart from her beauty, she is a very intelligent girl and a highly accomplished detective, having claimed to be able to solve a case before it even happens. Next, number 5. Ilulu Kobayashi-san Chinomai the Dragon. Being a talk for a moment when she begins to appear, Ilulu is a female dragon introduced in the second season of the Kobayashi-san Chinomai the Dragon series. She belongs to the Chaos Dragon factions. Originally, she came to Kobayashi's world to destroy Tohru and then tries to drive Kobayashi away from Tohru, though in the end they live together. Ilulu appears in her human form as a woman of small stature with childish nature. When she first appeared, Ilulu was a psychotic, war-mongering force with a firm hatred for humanity. Next, number 4. Katsuya Souma. How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. As summoned beings from the other world, Katsuya is the protagonist of this series who becomes the king of Elfraden Kingdom. Although he is that at first, Katsuya eventually gets his confidence in implementing his reforms and advancing the standard of living for the citizens. He's very caring of his queen consorts and follows the advice of his late grandfather to protect his family at all cost. Next, number 3, Souko Komi. Komi can't communicate. Now we have a beautiful girl named Souko Komi who becomes the main heroine in the Komi Can't Communicate series, who has a serious problem in communicating with others. Souko is described by her admirers as a girl with a beautiful face. Although she is regarded as the Madonna of their school, she herself is incapable of socializing with others to such a level that it can be called a communication disorder. She is unable to utter a word nor sound in her daily life due to her crippling anxiety. However, she becomes one of the funniest characters in the 2021 season. Next, number 2, Ai Ohto, Wonder at Priority. Ai is a girl introduced as the main protagonist in this series, where she claims herself not to go to school due to severe bullying for her heterochromia and likely other things. Ai is a generally introverted girl who spends most of her time alone. She dislikes being around people who have hurt her friends and is extremely brave and protective towards people that she cares about. Now it's time for number 1, Manjiro Sano, Tokyo Revengers. Introduced as a founding member and leader of the Tokyo Manji gang, Manjiro, or Miki, is a teenager of below average height. Although he seems scary at first due to his positions as the leader of Tokyo Manji, Mikey is usually a carefree teenager who loves to joke and play around his close friends. He cares for them greatly and is determined to protect their honor. As Toman's leader, his aura changes dramatically, becoming imposing and commanding, while Toman's members respect Mikey as their leader. Although in the other timeline, he is able to become a vile and sadistic. Well, that's the best characters of 2021. Is there any from your own list? If there is, write in the comment section below. And don't forget to share this video and of course like it. And that's it for today. Thank you so much and see you again on the next video. Bye bye!